Hey everyone, Crystal Gamer here with another speed build video, or maybe more accurately another speed furnishing video. This one here is for another challenge. It is just a one room furnish, although it's one room, but I kind of end up making it into two, and I'm going to explain that in this video. And it's one room, but it's divided, and it's for two roommates, and so they have their own different styles. But let me get to that in a minute. Let me first say that this room is for Hanbam's new challenge. She's at Hanbam Sims on Twitter if anyone cares to follow. She also has a YouTube channel. I'll put that information below. And she's pretty cool. She's a really nice person, and you should check her out. And now that I've said all that, what she's doing is she is doing a 3-part challenge. It's called the rental challenge. And so this is for stage 1 of her rental challenge. And I'm so excited for these. Man, I love these challenges. And if y'all don't know, by the way, if you're watching this and you don't know, I have a challenge out too. Please do check it out. It's on Twitter and it's called Make Me Want to Buy Parenthood. And yeah, so check that out. I'd love more participants in that too. So anyway, I love these kind of challenges, and so now she's created one. It's a 3-part challenge. This is stage 1. It's called Sweet Dreams. And the requirement for this is we are to build a bedroom that's a rental bedroom. We're not allowed to use any CC, any amount of money, minimum of a 5x5 size. And interestingly too, she wanted us to include a description of the room and the occupants. So that made me do something that I maybe would not have normally done for a challenge, because this is the type of room that kind of needs an explanation, really. So I was really happy for that. It allowed me to do something that I maybe wouldn't have done otherwise. And in doing this, the idea came to me pretty quickly and easily. Funny, because of Hanbam herself, actually. She and I were online talking the other night, and we were having a discussion about the differences on how school, upper education, university, and college schooling is done in her country versus mine. So when I sat down to do her challenge, and making the decision on what to do was really easy. The first thing that came to my head was university and students that age, roommates, university, college age roommates. And I was like, okay, this is perfect. This is what I'm going to do for this. So that being said, what we ended up with for this challenge is we have a room here or a rental that is owned by a landlord, and he's in a big college town. And so there are several colleges and universities, and where this rental property is located is kind of right sort of in the mecca of everything. It's like one street away from the university. It's one street down from like where all the bars and the eateries and all of that are for the universities and all that. So he's really, really close to everything. The problem is he was having trouble renting this apartment because it has this huge master bedroom. So he should be able to command a decent rent with this awesome size master bedroom. But the problem is no couples really want to rent in this area. That's not what's in this area. It's college students. So what the landlord decided to do to handle this problem was he decided to partition off his huge master bedroom in his rental and sort of make it into 2 separate living spaces, still in one room, because he couldn't close it down completely because there's only one entry to the room. But he was able to partition it and kind of make it more appealing to university students. So that's exactly what he did. And as you can probably kind of gather as you're watching this and looking at it, we have 2 very different university students that are living here. They do have some common ground. They met on the school newspaper together. They were part of the school newspaper. The one that is in the purple section of the room, she does photography for the school newspaper. And this one here that's on this side, she writes for the school newspaper. So that's how they met, and that's how they ended up deciding to become roommates. But they're really kind of the odd couple in a way. Not so much on neatness and sloppiness, not so much on who's clean and who's neat, but just in interest and personality. And I'm hoping some of that comes through in the design. Because this one that's on this side, the one that's on the blue-green kind of teal turquoisey sort of mix of color side, this one here, she is the brainy one. She's super brainy. She's a bookworm. She loves history. She loves actual books. She's an IT major, but she loves actual books. She wants the actual hardcover books, hence her collection. And she also writes. And so she writes for the school newspaper, and she's got the IT degree going, and she's a gamer. So this girl is very much, she's kind of the stay-at-home one. She's not very social. She's very into her books. She's very into her computer gaming. And so she's home pretty much all the time, or a lot. And the other one that is into, guess what? Music. I'm sure you can tell already that the one that's on the purple side of the room, she's into music a lot, and she's part of a band. So she is out gigging all the time, and she's out rehearsing all the time, and she's a music major. So yeah, she's involved with that all the time. She does have a keyboard, and she has her instrument collection in the house, in the apartment, but she can't really play too much in the apartment. She writes music too, so she does some of that at her keyboard, but for the most part she practices outside. But we can tell that she's into the music because she's got her whole collection and stuff in the bedroom here, or a lot of her music collection in the bedroom. So that's what these two girls are into. And this girl here that's on this side, you'll notice that she's got several cameras around and everything. She does the photography for the school newspaper, and she's very into that as well. So those are kind of her interests. So she's super social, outgoing, loves people, life of the party. She's kind of that type. So she's hardly ever home, which makes this arrangement work for these two girls pretty well. And as you can see, from a design perspective, you guys can probably tell I tried to work with the wallpaper. I love this wallpaper, the wallpaper that's like half one color, half the other, that it sort of gradually fades off. We have several choices of that in the game, and I really, really love that from a design perspective. And doing that here, going from that purplish pink color at the bottom to the gray, it allowed me to use that nice gray floor. And I was able to, I did the divider in kind of that blue turquoisey color. And so I think that I did a pretty decent job of blending the purples and the blues together with, we have purples, blues, a little bit of pinks, we've got the grays, and I'm hoping that I did a good job and that people will like the color blend throughout that I tried to go for. And this area here that we're looking at, funny enough, I almost didn't even bother with this area because this is a photographic challenge, right? It's not one that anyone has to go into the game and download or anything like that. The challenge is we submit photographs. So I really didn't need this half of the room. Technically, I could have just submitted photographs of the main part of the room. And that's what I was going to do. I was just going to originally just do that part of it and not even bother with the back part of it. But then I started thinking, it's like, well, what would I put on the back part of it? Well, chances are windows. There's no windows in this room, so we need windows. We need an entry and exit, so I put that in. But we need some windows, so I thought, okay. And you know what? These girls have no closet space. I gave the IT bookworm some shoe racks, but the girls had no closet space. So I said, all right, well, how would this look as a master bedroom? And having the closets on either side of the windows makes it look like a perfect master bedroom that just, a landlord took and divided down the middle. And so that's what I did with it. And I love, love, love these windows. This is the first time I've ever used these windows in the game. Totally love them. I wish that we had a bench like that I could almost make that whole thing into a seat with the window, like something that was kind of like that low down that I could make it like a built-in. If it was real life, that's what I would do, is I would make like a built-in with that window. But, hey, it's The Sims. And this thing, I created this little platform, and I basically just shrunk down all the instruments and made a little display, and I loved this. I thought it was so cute. It would be really great for like a musician to have something like this. And I have this girl where, in my head, she plays pretty much every instrument under the sun. I'm really wishing and hoping that one day The Sims has like a larger selection of instruments. I'd love to have drums. I'd love to have a saxophone. I'd love to have a banjo, a harmonica, give me other instruments for my Sim musicians. When I actually play, which is very, very rare, but when I do play, I tend to make my Sims oftentimes into musicians, artists, writers. I'm often making them into careers that do not require, quote unquote, working for the man. I'm often trying to get them to do stuff that doesn't require them actually having a job. I don't know why. Maybe it says something about my personality. I don't know. But I'm often trying to do that stuff. So I would love Sims that had more instruments, and just in general, just for show, I would love more instruments because I like to build and design. It would be cool now and then to, you know, have a drum set up in a house, or maybe have like some saxophones, or, you know, what would be neat that we don't have? It's great that we have the stand-up guitars, but oftentimes if you have guitars or violins, banjos, anything like that, mandolins, oftentimes you're displaying them on the walls. And I would love some wall display instruments like that. That would be pretty cool. And even like if they didn't give us like trumpets and saxophones to play, having them as wall displays or just displays in general would be neat. But anyway, I went off into a tangent again, and we are already into screenshots. See, that went by so quickly. So, okay, so that means that it's my time to say thank you so much for watching and for spending the time with me again today. I really appreciate it. If you like this and my other videos, please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. It really helps me and supports my channel. And if you like this one, don't forget to hit the like button. That'd be totally awesome. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye now.